Hey sixth graders, we are on to page 11 in your data book today. We are going to be working on the outlier. So you'll see I started out here with a pretty definitive picture that kind of really puts into words what the outlier means. As you can see, there's 5 apples. There are 4 juicy, plump looking red apples, and then there's one that's green and it's skinnier and it just doesn't seem to fit with the others. So outlier, very much like this image, is a piece of data that does not fit or match. So it's kind of like an oddball. It's not normal. It doesn't fit the pattern. So go ahead and write that definition. You don't have to draw this exact picture, but you need to draw some sort of image of what an outlier would be in your mind. So you don't have to use apples. You can use, I don't know, another type of food or a sport or something, but one piece has to not match the rest. Now below that, I kind of thought it would be really good to show you what this would look like in the 3 graphs and plots that we've done so far. So far we have done a stem and leaf, a dot or line plot, and a box plot. So in each of these, I kind of included an outlier to show you what it would look like. Now, in our stem and leaf here, we go from the number 0 to 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So it seems very obvious that we make a huge jump from 0 all the way up to the 30s. So our one number here that would kind of be our outlier is the number 0. It doesn't really fit the other numbers. Same thing for our dot plot over here. We have 1, and then we hop all the way over to 7, 8, 9, 10, and there's plenty of X's over there, but we have this one oddball over here that just seems so far away from the other data. It doesn't seem to follow the pattern of what everybody else was answering for this question or what the data was telling us. So again, our outlier over here would be the number 1 because it's way far away from all of these numbers way over here. And then in our box plot, we have our box and whisker plot. It looks like most of our numbers they're all actually in the 30s and 40s, but we have the one oddball over here that is way far away. It makes this whisker so long over here. So that one, since it's way further away and it makes a huge long whisker, that would mean that that is an outlier for sure. So this is what it would look like in our data. Now, the second piece of that is how does that affect the data? On all of these, I'm going to draw the shape on all of them. Is this going to mess this up if I turn this? No. Okay. So I'm going to draw the shape on all of them so that you can see what it does to the shape. So on this one, our hill would be going down this way. So this would be skewed to the left because we would be skiing to the left. If we go back to the other two, again, on this one, we are over here, and then we're going down and down. So again, we would be skewed left. And the same thing on this one. We said that on box and whisker plots, if there's one really long whisker, that means that it's skewed this direction. It's kind of like having a mountain, but since this is longer, that makes the left side is what's skewed. So this one is skewed left also. So I guess the pattern, what pattern do we notice about our outlier that is making these plots and graphs skewed left? So think about that just at your table for a second. If you can answer that, what's the pattern about these outliers? Now, if you notice that the outliers were all smaller, you were exactly right. So if our outlier, so if it is a smaller number, smaller outlier equals data skewed left. And then opposite of these 3, what you would see if these had had a bigger outlier, which none of them had, but if they had had a bigger outlier, like the outlier number was way bigger than the other numbers, then our data would have been skewed to the right. So that's the kind of pattern that we have to notice when we're looking at those outliers. So now let's look down below here, and we are going to look at an example. The teacher displays a set of test scores such as the following. It goes 96, 97, 90, 100, 93, 0, and a 96. Students find the mean and the median and discuss the following questions. What is the outlier? How does the outlier affect the mean? And which would be a more fair grade to give, the mean or the median? So we're going to go ahead and do this example in class together. So just hold on tight and we will complete this together. Thanks, 6th graders.